I want to talk about taking the Batis 40 and the Batis 85 on a photo shoot for the first time and give you my first impressions. Today's shoot, we're going to be featuring the amazing and beautiful, talented Hope. Her and her mom are awesome to work with. And bonus footage, Jessica is rocking the 135 Gmaster. For the last couple of years, I've been shooting with the 85 1.4 Gmaster and the 24 1.4 Gmaster as my primary portrait lenses. So I was excited to take these two lenses to see what the difference is. The first thing I noticed that stuck out to me was the actual weight. Taking this gear out and putting it on my belt and just carrying it around for 30 minutes to an hour was just really enjoyable compared to the 1.4 glass I'm used to. The other thing I noticed was the focus responsiveness of the Batis 85 compared to the Gmaster 85. I really like how the Batis handled the backlit situation. The Gmaster does a great job also, but it has more of a washed out look, where this sort of keeps more of the contrast. So that's another thing that I noticed comparing it to the Gmaster. One challenge I didn't anticipate was getting confused on which lens was on my body. So when I was switching out glass and getting busy with the shoot, I would get confused on which lens I had on there. I'm also used to shooting with all my glass being at 1.4 aperture, and these are different apertures at 1.8 and an f2. So sometimes I would swap out from an f2 and the 40 and throw the 85 on and have it be stuck on f2 as opposed to its fastest aperture, which sometimes I wished I had it on, but it's only a third of a stop difference when I did that, so it's not really a big deal, but something I'll have to get used to. Lens distortion is not as much of a problem as I thought it would be with the Batis 40. I'm used to shooting with the 85 and often on the 50 as well. And I've shot with a 35 1.4 a little bit, and of course the 24 1.4. And doing portraits, I had to be really careful on the distortion. And there is distortion with this, of course, compared to the 85 or a 135, but not as much as I thought it would be. It's closer to the 50 for distortion. I guess right between the 35 and the 50 really. So it's really, really usable, even getting up a little bit closer to my talent. So that was a nice surprise. I really like the combination between the 40 and the 85 on this portrait walk. I could tell a little bit of a story with the 40 with a wide shot, and then I can isolate the subject. And that was really fun to do that instead of just leaving an 85 on the whole time. Just occasionally just have a different look, throw on a little bit wider lens. So on that note, somebody who was looking to replace or have a 35-85 traditional combo for prime lenses for wedding or portrait shooting, if you're looking at this as a 40-85 combo, completely doable. I wouldn't have any problem doing an entire wedding with these two lenses. I'm looking forward to doing a couple of weddings and a few more portrait sessions with these lenses, and I want to take my Gmaster along with me and kind of do some A/B side-by-side stuff, so stick around or keep coming back for that. Also, I have the Batis 135 and Jessica has the Gmaster 135, so we're thinking about doing some sort of portrait lens shootout between all four lenses, the two 85s and the two 135s, so keep coming back for that if that sounds like something that could be interesting to you. What are you doing down here, Jess?
Just taking some photos.
Thank you so much for watching. You can find us all over social media at evokestudio.io, as well as our website at evokestudio.io. Jessica and I are traveling all over the country doing wedding and portrait photography. So if you anything photography related, gear reviews, how-tos, or if you want to see more of that kind of stuff, hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.